Imagine getting beat up with a golf club after refusing to sing karaoke, or getting a career-ending injury during a football match over a conflict with your opponent. These are some of the crazy stories we'll look at in this video. But first, Erling Haaland vs. Godfrey. Erling Haaland is a highly skilled and talented striker known for his exceptional pace and speed on the field. This was evident against almost anyone he played, especially during a match where he played against a defender named Godfrey. Despite Godfrey's attempts to stop Haaland from using legal physical tactics, Haaland remained among the best players on the field. In fact, Haaland even celebrated when he successfully drew a foul from Godfrey. A video of the incident, which shows Haaland mockingly taunting Godfrey, quickly spread on social media platforms and became viral. Arsenal vs. Manchester. In 2003, during a Premier League match between Manchester United and Arsenal, a heated altercation occurred between Arsenal midfielder Patrice Vieira and Manchester United's captain Roy Keane. The incident happened in the early stages of the match and resulted in Vieira being shown a red card. The altercation reportedly began due to a hard tackle by Vieira on Manchester United's Gary Neville. The players exchanged words and the situation quickly escalated, with Vieira and Keane getting into a physical altercation. Referee Steve Bennett intervened and sent Vieira off the field. The incident was heavily criticized by fans and media, with many accusing Vieira of unsportsmanlike conduct. The match ended in a 0-0 draw, but the altercation between Vieira and Keane was the main talking point after the game. The incident also fueled the already intense rivalry between the two clubs. Craig Bellamy and John Riise. Craig Bellamy and John Riise were teammates on the professional football team. One night, while on a team trip to Barcelona, the two got into a severe but comical altercation. Bellamy, in his autobiography, stated that he had requested that Riise sing karaoke at a team event, but Riise had refused. In retaliation, Bellamy entered Riise's hotel room and physically assaulted him with a golf club. Despite the altercation, both players put the incident behind them and performed well on the field. In a highly anticipated match against Barcelona at Camp Nou, Bellamy and Riise scored goals, helping their team secure a 2-1 victory. Bowyer and Kieron Dyer. In 2005, a Premier League match between Newcastle United and Aston Villa was marred by an unusual and highly publicized altercation between two of Newcastle's players, Bowyer and Kieron Dyer. The incident occurred in the middle of the match, with both players trading blows and grappling on the field. It was a shocking moment for the spectators, who couldn't believe what they were seeing. The altercation reportedly stemmed from a disagreement over a pass, with the two players exchanging words before the dispute turned physical. The incident was an embarrassment for the club, and resulted in both players receiving red cards and leaving Newcastle United short-handed for the remainder of the match. The incident received widespread media coverage and was heavily criticized by fans, players, and coaches. Bowyer and Dyer were heavily fined by the club and suspended for several matches. Roy Keane and Patrice Vieira. During his successful football career, Roy Keane made a lot of enemies, but none was more notable than his rivalry with Patrice Vieira. This was to be expected, as at the time, Arsenal and Manchester United were two of the top teams in England. Keane and Vieira were known for their passion and leadership on the field as hard-nosed tacklers. While there should be many stories about Roy, the most famous one is about an altercation in a tunnel. It is said that the fight broke out because Keane felt that Vieira and his teammates were bullying Gary Neville, which eventually escalated into an altercation. Luis Suarez and Patrice Evra. The conflicts between Luis Suarez and Patrice Evra are well documented and widely reported in the media. Suarez, a Uruguayan professional footballer, is known for his pragmatic style of play and his controversial behavior on the field. In 2011, he was suspended for 8 matches and fined £40,000 by the Football Association for making racist comments towards Evra, a French professional footballer. Suarez allegedly told Evra, "I don't speak with black people." This incident caused a significant public backlash, and the Football Association's decision to suspend and fine Suarez was seen as a strong stance against racism in the sport. Joey Barton's fight with Fernando Torres. Joey Barton had a successful career in football, scoring 130 goals for Manchester City and making 269 appearances in the Premier League, showcasing his exceptional skills on the field. However, during a match against Liverpool, Barton was involved in a notable incident in which he and Liverpool player Fernando Torres got into a physical altercation. The altercation was believed to have been caused by the collapse of tempers due to a hard tackle. Other players attempted to intervene and defuse the situation, but Barton and Torres continued to argue heatedly. Please like the video if you're still watching. Alf-Inge Haaland fight with Roy Keane. Erling Haaland has all the excellent skills of his father, and he is already making his father great, a former footballer and a great player for Manchester City. The altercation between Roy Keane and Alf-Inge Haaland is a well-known incident in the history of English football, mainly due to the prior history between the two players. Keane, a Manchester United legend, is infamous for his involvement in one of the worst tackles in Premier League history, which left Haaland's father, Alfie, with a severe injury. However, many may not know that this incident was not a random act of violence on the pitch, but rather an act of revenge. 4 years prior to their confrontation in 2001, the two players had clashed during a match between Manchester United and Leeds United. Haaland accused Keane of faking an injury at the time, which deeply angered the Manchester United captain. During a match between Manchester City and Manchester United, Keane saw an opportunity for revenge and intentionally inflicted a severe injury on Haaland's knee. The incident was widely covered by the media, and both players received intense criticism for their actions. It is considered one of the most controversial and violent incidents in the history of English football, and serves as a reminder of the importance of sportsmanship and fair play in the game. Later, Keane accused a £5,000 fine and a 3-match ban. Erling Haaland has excellent skills that he indeed acquired from his great father. Check out our video on the right corner about the history of Erling Haaland's father, Alf-Inge Haaland. Did you know that Haaland scored 9 goals in one game? And did you know a football player got killed for scoring a goal? If not, make sure you check out the next video.